In an emergency, you don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the level of the training. So it really goes back to the information available to you and the level of training that you have that will help save you and the airplane. I'm Mark Weiss. I'm a retired airline captain. This is a model of a 737, but it's an older model. Take a look at how close the engines are. It's pretty much centered underneath the wing. In the newer airplanes, the engines have gotten bigger, and because the engines have gotten bigger, the engine is now moved from basically underneath the wing to pretty much forward of the wing. And so what that has done is it's changed the whole flight envelope and the pitch characteristics of the airplane. An airplane flies around, basically it pivots. It goes pitch, roll, and yaw. So it's pitch, roll, and yaw. The pilots in the cockpit got a warning that the airplane was going to stall. And what a stall means in an airplane is that there's not enough lift from the air going over the wings to sustain that lift. So typically the pilots would push down on the yoke, this kind of like the steering wheel in a car, to drop the nose, get some airspeed, put the wing down a little bit so that you have more airflow over the wing. This part of the airplane is called the horizontal stabilizer. And there's a unit in here that controls the pitch. What happened in the front of the airplane, in the nose, on both sides, they have a sensor. And that sensor is telling them about the angle. And that angle was giving bad information to that stabilizer, that horizontal stabilizer in the back. And so while the plane was trying to climb like that, the stabilizer thought it was going to stall. So it kept pitching the nose forward. And the pilots were pulling back. And then after a few seconds, that unit would say, hey, we're still going to stall. I'm going to pitch the nose forward again. So it kept going like this and like this and like this. While they were doing that, the pilots, one pilot was flying and talking on the radio to tell air traffic control, hey, we've got a problem. The other pilot was doing the emergency procedures checklist. And so while they were doing that, they've run out of altitude and time to diagnose the problem, and the airplane crashed. If they knew that system existed, and perhaps the first or second item on that checklist would have been put the cutoff switches to off, which would have disabled it and given control back to the pilot, that could have saved the airplane.